So here it is. It is official. The Denver Broncos have decided to release Russell Wilson. So here we are. Let's go ahead and jump right into it. I want to start off by saying I have been a lifelong Bronco fan almost for about 30 years now. And I'm going to say this. A lot of the blame is getting put on Russell Wilson when it shouldn't be. The Broncos had way more issues than quarterback. Russell Wilson actually played better than the last several quarterbacks that the Broncos have had since Peyton Manning retired. Even Peyton Manning last year, Wilson's numbers was way better than Peyton's numbers last year. Peyton Manning threw, 17 interceptions his last year in 9 games? But anyway, this all started with Sean Payton. Sean Payton came in. It started with Nathaniel Hackett last year. Nathaniel Hackett got fired because the Broncos' offense wasn't playing up to par. But that was Nathaniel Hackett's fault. Yeah, you can say the common denominator is Russell Wilson, but come on, man, it's common sense. How the hell you got a whole new offense and you don't play any of them in the preseason? That's all on Nathaniel Hackett last year. That's stupid. You're a new coach. You brought in coaches and you brought in new quarterback, and you not gonna play any of the preseason games. You gonna wait till the first game of the season on Monday Night Football to try to showcase your offense for the world to see. And you had horrible clock management at the end of the game, and you ended up kicking a 57-yard field goal or something like that, and you ended up losing to the old team and the new quarterback that you just got. That was all Nathaniel Hackett. So now you bring in Sean Payton. Sean Payton really hadn't won anything without Drew Brees other than that one Super Bowl. So you bring in Sean Payton. Sean Payton did not like Russell Wilson from the very beginning. You bring in Sean Payton and he started talking about, Russell's not going to have all these extra perks. He's not going to have these parking spots and these extra rooms and stuff. Telling Russell Wilson, are you running for president or something? Why are you kissing all these babies and all that? Now, any quarterback, I don't care who it is. I don't care if it's Peyton Manning. I don't care if it's Tom Brady. I don't care. You are going to fit as a coach. It's your job to fit your offense based around your quarterback strengths. Again, as a Bronco fan, look at what the Broncos did for Tim Tebow. They catered to Tim Tebow's strengths. That's why they didn't have Tim Tebow dropping back, trying to throw the ball 30 yards 30 times a game. They put him in Wildcat. They put him in different formations to let him run the ball mostly and throw it occasionally. Look what happened to Tom Brady when he went to Tampa Bay. Look at those first few games. Remember when him and Bruce Arians had got into it? Because Tom Brady was used to doing his shit in New England. You bring him into a whole new system. Of course, you need to cater to your quarterback strengths. And Sean Payton did not do that. Sean Payton tried to make Russell Wilson into Drew Brees. If you go look at all of Russell Wilson's numbers, you go look at his highlights, Russell Wilson has never been like Drew Brees. Drew Brees is a pure pocket quarterback. Russell Wilson has never been a pocket quarterback, ever. Most of Russell Wilson's stuff comes from play action, run the ball with Marshawn Lynch, then play action. That's Russell Wilson's whole game. The fact that you're trying to make him stand in the pocket and throw the ball, okay. First off, Russell Wilson is listed. What is Russell Wilson is listed as 5'11". It's no way in hell that Russell Wilson is 5'11". If anything, Russell Wilson is like 5'8", 5'9". And you got to remember, most offensive and defensive linemen are probably 6'4", 6'5", 6'6". So you got a 5'9", 5'10" quarterback trying to see over those tall ass linemen. That's why he was more suited for, he had more success when it was play action. You go look at all the Russell Wilson highlights for his career. What are most of them? Some improvised shit where he been running around and then he just like on the run to the right or the left, just throw it up for grabs. That is most of Russell Wilson's career. Now, granted, even with the sacks, people trying to make it seem like this is something new in Denver. Russell Wilson, you should have knew that before you signed him to go to Denver. Russell Wilson has always been high sack numbers. He had, 48, 49, 50 sacks in Seattle. So what made you think he wasn't going to have that shit in Denver? Statistically, Russell Wilson had a better year this year than he did last year. 3,500 yards last year, but only 16 touchdowns and 11 interceptions. Plus, he had 55 sacks, which I think led the league. And he had a 4-11 record, 277 rushing yards, 3 rushing touchdowns, 19 total touchdowns, and 6 fumbles. This year, he had 3,000 yards, 26 passing touchdowns, only 8 interceptions, 45 sacks, 341 yards, 3 rushing touchdowns, and 29 total touchdowns. And the Broncos' biggest problem over the last 8 years is they can't score the ball. The fact that he had 29 total touchdowns and got benched is like crazy. But now you go look at the quarterbacks and the sack, and people are, oh man, the offensive line actually did good. Man, that's Pro Football Focus how you believe in that shit, man. The offensive line is still an average offensive line. Because if you look at the Raiders, by that logic, the Raiders were ranked like a top 10 offensive line, and look at the Raiders record. So you can't just say, oh man, it's the line, because Jarrett Stidham was getting sacked soon as he got in there to replace Russell Wilson. So you just can't say, nah, the line wasn't terrible like it was last year. It was better this year. But I'm not just going to sit here and say the line was, they had the Broncos listed as like the number 12, number 8 offensive line, some shit like that. And if you watch those games, soon as Russell Wilson hiked the ball, the defense was already in his face. There's no fucking way that line was listed as that good when the defense was all in his face. Look how many sacks the line has given up since Peyton Manning got there. Peyton Manning got sacked 21 times his first year in Denver, 18 times the second year, 17 times the third year. Now you go look at all the other quarterbacks. 33 for Trevor Siemian, 31 for Trevor Siemian, 34 for Case Keenum, 26 for Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco got sacked 9 times versus Kansas City on that Sunday night game. Drew Lock had a whole bunch of sacks. Like, these quarterbacks have been getting sacked for the last 7 years in Denver. So the offensive line has not been great. The receivers have been in and out of the lineup. The Broncos, what they really need, the Broncos need a tall quarterback they need a Justin Herbert type quarterback. They need a Justin Herbert, a tall, like look at all the sacks. 21, 18, 17, and then you start getting the big numbers. 39, 40, 52, 34, 40, 32, 40, 63, 52. Like, that's way too many. Anything over 35 is too many sacks. Hell, really anything over 30 is too many sacks. People can't really make up their mind. Like, last year, Jerry Jeudy performed better than Courtland Sutton, and people were talking about, oh, they need to trade Courtland Sutton. This year, Courtland Sutton had 10 touchdowns. Oh, man, we need to get rid of Jerry Jeudy. But at the end of the year, if you actually look at Jerry Jeudy and Courtland Sutton's stats, other than the touchdowns, they were damn near identical. Courtland Sutton, 59 receptions. Jerry Jeudy, 54 receptions. Courtland Sutton, 90 targets. Jerry Jeudy, 87 targets. Courtland Sutton, 772 yards. Jerry Jeudy, 758 yards. Like I said, other than Courtland Sutton having 10 touchdowns and Jerry Jeudy only having 2, if you look at everybody, oh, Jerry Jeudy drops the ball too much. Courtland Sutton had way more drops this year than Jerry Jeudy. Jerry Jeudy only had, 1-2 drops this year? Courtland Sutton for his career got 31 drops and Jerry Jeudy got 18. If you give Jerry Jeudy to Patrick Mahomes or Justin Herbert or Joe Burrow, Jerry Jeudy easily getting 1,000 yards. Jerry Jeudy could have had 1,000 yards twice with better quarterback play. Hell, he probably could have had 1,000 yards this year with better quarterback play. Like, because people are, man, we need to break up the receiver. Like, you need as many receivers as you can get, especially since the Broncos have a history of receivers getting injured all the time. You need as many viable options at receiver as you can. Tim Patrick been gone for like the last 2 years. So that's why I say I can't put all of this on Russell Wilson. A lot of this on the defense. Did people forget that the Broncos defense gave up 70 points to Miami? Did we forget that? Why was Vance Joseph even rehired for the Broncos? Like, the defense, they need another cornerback to go along with Patrick Surtain. Justin Simmons is getting up there in age. They need I forgot there's Caden Stearns. Caden Stearns pretty much go take over for Kareem Jackson, who in Houston now. But we need another cornerback on the opposite of Patrick Surtain. And the Broncos basically got no pass rush. I know Bonito had some sacks this year, but other than that, the Broncos haven't had a pass rush since like 2017, 18, some shit like that. The Broncos have zero pass rush. They need, and the run defense is horrible for the Broncos. That's why I'm saying all of this shit is not on Russell Wilson. And at least Russell Wilson did beat the Chiefs. That's the first time the Broncos beat the Chiefs since the year they won the Super Bowl. So you can't put all this shit on Russell Wilson. More than likely, he probably gonna go to Pittsburgh. Hopefully, Mike Tomlin can cater the offense to fit Russell Wilson's skill set. Jeudy only got 10 touchdowns, and like, look how many of them came from Russell Wilson. So it's not that Jeudy can't play, it's not that Russell Wilson can't play. It's just they got to be put in the right position. I'm telling you, the Broncos, all these Bronco fans, they need to cut Jeudy. They need to cut Sutton. I'm telling you, if you let Jeudy go and he end up in like Kansas City, or he end up in Cincinnati, or he end up in Dallas, like, why are these teams been trying? If Jeudy's so trash, why are these teams been calling about Jeudy the last 3-4 years? Like, you really got to think about that shit. But yeah, let me know in the comment section, what do you think? Where do you think Russell Wilson is gonna end up? And do you think he still has a career ahead of him? Subscribe to the channel. Thanks for watching. Subscribe to the channel. Like and comment. More videos coming soon. Trey T out. Peace.